So apparently, through the use of LiDAR, they have discovered that there are enormous structures underneath the Great Pyramid.
Just now, scientists claim they found a vast underground city beneath Egypt's pyramids.
I am struggling to express in words just how significant of a discovery this is.
Could this be the key to Agartha, the legendary hidden world beneath our feet? Lost tech, ancient beings, and secrets buried for centuries, too many clues point to something bigger. Vanished explorers, military cover-ups, and now this discovery. What if the pyramids aren't just tombs, but doorways? And if so, what's on the other side? The Giza discovery more than meets the eye. A team of researchers has just discovered something so massive it could rewrite history. They claim to have discovered a colossal underground city buried beneath Egypt's iconic Giza Pyramids, a hidden world stretching miles beneath the desert sands. If true, this would shatter everything we thought we knew about ancient Egypt, the pyramids, and possibly human civilization itself. The team, led by Italian researcher Corrado Malanga and Scottish scientist Filippo Biondi, used advanced radar technology and satellite imaging to peer deep beneath the surface without ever lifting a single stone. What they found is nothing short of shocking: a labyrinthine network of colossal tunnels, cube-like chambers, and bizarre cylindrical structures plunging over 2,000 feet into the earth. The pyramids, once thought to be isolated monuments, may in fact be the tip of an unfathomable underground iceberg. Beneath the Pyramid of Khafre, researchers detected 5 symmetrical structures aligned in a precise geometric pattern. But the real mystery lies deeper. Their scans revealed a network of 8 vertical shafts, each surrounded by spiraling staircases descending into the abyss. These shafts, measuring hundreds of feet across, lead to even larger cubic structures, each roughly the size of a modern skyscraper. The team estimates the entire complex could stretch over 6,000 feet beneath the Giza Plateau, effectively making it one of the largest underground constructions ever discovered. But here's where things get even stranger. Some theorists suggest that this hidden metropolis wasn't built by the ancient Egyptians, but by an even older, lost civilization. The precise geometry and scale of these subterranean structures hint at engineering capabilities far beyond what mainstream archaeology attributes to the time of the pharaohs. Could it be that the pyramids were simply built on top of something much older, something deliberately hidden? Historical texts speak of mysterious underground realms. Ancient Egyptian mythology describes the halls of Amenti, a legendary subterranean world of wisdom and secrets hidden beneath the pyramids. Some researchers believe this recent discovery may be proof that these mythical halls were not just legends, but real places. In fact, the descriptions bear eerie similarities to other ancient tales of hidden civilizations, like Agartha, a fabled underground world said to be home to an advanced race of beings. The implications are mind-blowing. If this discovery is legitimate, it could mean that an entire civilization, one potentially far more advanced than the Egyptians, existed thousands of years before the pharaohs, only to be buried and forgotten. Could this be the true cradle of human civilization, hidden beneath the most famous monuments on Earth? Not everyone is convinced. Radar expert Professor Lawrence Conyers of the University of Denver has raised doubts, arguing that ground-penetrating radar simply cannot reach depths of thousands of feet. At best, he says, it can detect features a few hundred feet below the surface, but the researchers behind the discovery insist their technology is cutting edge, combining satellite imaging, seismic pulses, and synthetic aperture radar to produce unprecedented results. Adding to the controversy is the Egyptian government's silence on the matter. Egypt has a long history of tightly controlling access to archaeological sites, and some believe they are deliberately suppressing this discovery. Why? Some claim it's because the truth could be too disruptive. If evidence emerges that the pyramids were built atop an older, more advanced civilization, it could challenge the entire foundation of Egyptian history, and perhaps human history itself. But why was this underground city buried in the first place? Some alternative historians propose that it wasn't buried at all. It was built underground to protect it from a cataclysm. If this city is as old as some suspect, It could predate known Egyptian civilization by tens of thousands of years. Did its builders flee some ancient disaster? Were they hiding from something or someone? Could this be the lost knowledge of the ancients that secret societies have whispered about for centuries? And then there's the Tesla connection. Nikola Tesla himself once suggested that the pyramids might not just be tombs, but powerful energy transmitters designed to harness and distribute the Earth's natural energy. If that's true, then what lies beneath them could be the missing piece of a lost energy grid, one that ancient civilizations may have used to power their cities or even communicate across vast distances. As expected, the discovery has set the internet on fire. Social media is flooded with theories ranging from lost civilizations to extraterrestrial involvement. Even some politicians have weighed in, including a U.S. Congresswoman from Florida who called for an independent investigation into Egypt's archaeological secrets. What happens next? The research team has already announced plans for further investigation, seeking permission to conduct deeper scans and possibly even excavation. But will they be allowed, or will this be yet another discovery that vanishes into obscurity, classified and hidden away from public knowledge? Agartha. The myth that won't die. Agartha's no new kid on the block, it's been buzzing in legends forever. Picture a kingdom smack in the Earth's heart, ruled by a wise figure called the Master, with tunnels zipping under every continent. The stories say it's home to the Old Ones, or Arthans, beings way smarter and stronger than us, rocking tech like flying machines and libraries stuffed with secrets we've long forgotten. Some call it Shambhala, a paradise from Buddhist tales with its capital possibly tucked in the Himalayas or near Mount Kailash. Others say it's a spiritual plane reachable only by deep meditation. But here's the wild part. Nearly every culture has a version of this. Mayans had Xibalba, an underground world. Aztecs talked of 7 caves they climbed out of. Hindus spun tales of Patala, a paradise with serpent-like Nagas. Lizard people, anyone? The Bible even nods to it, with Moses warning about a world below. Greeks, Romans, Egyptians, Africans all echo this idea of a hidden realm, often with advanced races or gods living in deep caves. It's not just random folklore, it's a pattern. Agartha is said to have an insane tunneling system. Think underground highways linking the globe while we're stuck sailing or flying. The Arthans, tall and glowing, supposedly outclass us in every way. Brains, tech, even spirituality. They're tied to big myths, like Shambhala's future king saving humanity in dark times, or Patala's wisdom hoards. The Giza find fits this like a glove, cylinders and chambers under a sacred site mirroring those ancient tunnel tales. What's freaky is how consistent it gets. Take the flood story. Every culture's got one, and science later found proof of a submerged world. Now we've got this underground city thread running through history. Some say Agartha's survivors fled a cataclysm, like a flood or a war between Atlantis and Lemuria, nuking the surface to bits. They rebuilt below, safe from chaos. The Sahara, Gobi, and Outback deserts. Some think those are scars from that war's fallout. Whether it's real or not, the idea stuck, enough that world powers bet big on finding it. The Giza discovery could be a breadcrumb, hinting at an entrance to this lost kingdom buried under one of humanity's oldest wonders. Many explorers, scientists, and even governments have chased the legend of Agartha. During the early 20th century, the Nazis reportedly searched Tibet for clues about underground civilizations. Some accounts claim the US and Russia have sent expeditions into deep cave systems, hoping to uncover hidden knowledge or lost technology. Could these ancient tunnels still be active? Modern sonar scans and deep Earth imaging have detected vast empty spaces beneath the Earth's surface, some so massive they could house entire cities. Then there's the theory that entrances to Agartha exist at the poles. Old maps and accounts from Arctic explorers hint at mysterious, warm pockets, unusual animal migrations, and even strange lights. Admiral Richard E. Byrd, a decorated U.S. naval officer, allegedly flew into a lush green land in the Arctic and described meeting an advanced civilization living inside the Earth. While skeptics dismiss his claims as fiction, others see it as a clue to the existence of Agartha. The ancient Hopi people also spoke of a subterranean world called the Sipapu, where their ancestors emerged after a great catastrophe. Some Native American tribes describe beings from the underworld who interacted with them, bringing wisdom and knowledge. These similarities across cultures make Agartha feel less like a myth and more like a deeply embedded memory of a forgotten past. If Agartha is real, what does that mean for us? Some believe its inhabitants still watch over humanity, guiding our progress or intervening in times of great peril. Others think Agartha is an escape hatch, a place where an elite few might flee in the event of a global disaster. Theories range from hidden alien bases to remnants of an ancient, technologically advanced human civilization that chose to go underground rather than face destruction on the surface. The discovery of hidden chambers beneath the Great Pyramid might not prove Agartha's existence outright, but it does add fuel to the fire. If these tunnels are explored and they lead to vast, unknown networks, it could change everything we know about history. Whether a secret civilization still thrives below or Agartha is just a grand story passed down through the ages, the legend persists. Whispered in myths, hinted at in ancient texts, and pursued by those who refuse to believe that all the world's mysteries have been solved. What if the hidden chambers beneath the Great Pyramid aren't just ancient relics, but the gateway to a secret that world powers have been desperately hunting for centuries? The discovery of these tunnels could be the first step toward uncovering Agartha, a legendary underground civilization said to hold advanced technology and world-altering power. From the United States to the Soviet Union, nations have risked everything in their quest for this mythical realm, convinced it could tip the scales of global dominance. Now, as these chambers are explored, the line between myth and reality blurs. Could the whispers of Agartha be more than just a story? And if so, what happens when someone finally unlocks its secrets? World powers on the hunt. Long before the space race, major nations were captivated by the legend of Agartha. The United States, Soviet Union, Germany, Japan, and the United Kingdom all poured resources into finding it. Why? Because myths surrounding Agartha spoke of immense power, advanced technology, ultimate knowledge, and weapons capable of shifting global dominance. This wasn't just folklore to them, it was a potential key to supremacy. In 1923, Nicholas Roerich, a mystic painter and explorer, embarked on a 5-year expedition through the Himalayas, financially backed by American sponsors. He was fixated on Agartha, specifically its supposed gateway, Shambhala. His diaries reveal astonishing encounters, strange lights in the sky, an unexplained glowing oval object decades before the Roswell incident, and visions of a prophetic ruler. Intelligence agencies from the United States, United Kingdom, and Soviet Union closely monitored him, believing he was on the verge of a groundbreaking discovery. His journey turned perilous when he disappeared for months, lost 5 crew members in a Tibetan prison, and resurfaced with a markedly different demeanor. In 1933, President Franklin Roosevelt financed another expedition, and soon after, the Roerich Pact, an international treaty protecting cultural landmarks, was signed. The timing raised suspicions. Was this pact a cover for something deeper? Admiral Richard Byrd, a celebrated United States Navy officer, added to the intrigue. In 1947, during Operation High Jump in Antarctica, his aircraft experienced extreme anomalies. His classified diary, debated for authenticity, describes seeing a lush green landscape amid the ice, landing in a crystalline city, and meeting an entity known as the Master. This figure allegedly cautioned him about mankind's destructive path, referencing Hiroshima as a dire warning. The Nazis had been obsessed with Agartha as well, using detailed cave maps in their quest for an underground sanctuary, hoping to weaponize its secrets to turn the tide of World War II. Meanwhile, the Soviet Union had its own pursuits. Gleb Boki, the head of the Soviet secret police and a fervent believer in occult sciences, initiated expeditions to the Himalayas, conducting research into harnessing Agartha's fabled energy. His operations involved advanced laboratory studies on mysticism's potential role in geopolitical strategy. Notably, Boki's spies trailed Roerich, suspecting he had uncovered crucial information. A pattern emerges when examining global treaties. The Roerich Pact and the Antarctic Treaty place significant restrictions on specific areas. territories that explorers like Roerich and Byrd had targeted. When Byrd returned, he was abruptly silenced by military superiors. If his accounts were fabricated, why the secrecy? Then there's Giza. Archaeological finds in the Great Pyramid, enigmatic cylinders, unexplored chambers, bear an uncanny resemblance to descriptions of Agartha's alleged technological repositories. The connection is too strong to ignore. Did Roerich locate an entrance and push for an international agreement to safeguard it? Was Byrd silenced because he had seen undeniable evidence? Governments don't invest decades of effort and vast resources in fairy tales. They had intelligence, something tangible that justified the risks. The pursuit of Agartha wasn't about myth, it was about accessing a force that could alter history. And with each uncovered clue, the possibility grows that these ancient legends were more than just stories. And what if the Great Pyramid of Giza is more than a tomb? What if it's a map? Beneath its ancient stones lie hidden chambers and tunnels that could lead to the fabled underground world of Agartha. From cryptic symbols etched into its walls to the eerie alignment of its passages, the pyramid has long been shrouded in mystery. But now, as explorers uncover its secrets, the pieces of a puzzle centuries in the making are falling into place. Could these clues finally bridge the gap between myth and reality, connecting Giza to the legendary realm of Agartha? Connecting Giza to Agartha. Clues and coincidences. Let's stitch this up. The recent discovery at Giza isn't just another archaeological fluke, it's at a rumored Agartha hotspot. Ancient legends and explorers like Nicholas Roerich have long pointed to the Himalayas, Antarctica, and Giza as gateways to an underground world. The pyramids aren't randomly placed. They sit atop what some call the planetary grid, an intricate network of energy lines Alfred Watkins dubbed ley lines. These invisible pathways connect sacred sites like Stonehenge, Machu Picchu, and Mount Kailash. And guess what? Giza is perfectly positioned on one of them. Coincidence? Hardly. Now let's talk about the study. Those newly uncovered cylinders, shafts, and chambers scream something beyond typical tomb architecture. They align eerily well with Agartha's supposed tunneling system, access points leading to a deeper world beneath our feet. The team behind this research even name-dropped the halls of Amenti, an Egyptian mythological concept describing a hidden realm of ancient wisdom. Sound familiar? That's because it mirrors Agartha's vast underground libraries almost exactly. So what if the Great Pyramid isn't just a tomb? What if it's a marker, a guardian structure sealing off something far older, something built to protect a secret buried deep beneath? Of course, skeptics aren't convinced. Their argument? Radar can't penetrate 4,000 feet underground. Professor Conyers, a respected geophysicist, insists the scans are detecting chambers just a few hundred feet down, not thousands. And then there's the classic rebuttal. Earth isn't hollow. Seismic waves from earthquakes, gravitational measurements, and volcanic activity all suggest a solid mantle, not vast underground oceans where a hidden civilization could thrive. That water in the mantle? It's chemically bound within minerals, not a sloshing sea cradling a lost city. But let's not dismiss the pattern here. Roerich's supposed failed Himalayan expedition? Right after it, he struck a mysterious pact. What did he learn? Antarctica? Sealed off by international treaty, no independent settlements allowed. Mount Kailash? Declared sacred, no one permitted to climb it. Giza? Heavily monitored, military presence high. These supposed Agartha entrances are curiously restricted. The Giza discovery might not reveal a sprawling city, but it could be an outpost, an entryway to something far greater beneath the surface. History backs up the underground world theory. Ancient civilizations across continents reference it. Mayan, Aztec, Hindu, Hopi, even biblical texts. Flood myths, once dismissed as mere folklore, later found validation in scientific studies of rising sea levels and lost cities. Now we have physical structures aligning with these myths. Why the sudden pushback? What are governments hiding? The Nazis reportedly mapped out Antarctic cave systems. Roerich documented UFO sightings near sacred sites. Admiral Byrd allegedly met the Master during his flight over the poles. Now, Giza's newly revealed spiral shafts and cubic chambers seem to fit the Agartha narrative disturbingly well. Maybe Earth isn't entirely hollow, but what if it contains an extensive network of subterranean cities? Agartha's legends hint at just that. And if that's the case, this Giza discovery could be the smoking gun we've been waiting for. What's at stake? If Agartha's real and Giza's the key, what's actually at stake? Imagine an entire civilization beneath our feet. Arthans, tall and radiant, thriving for millennia in a subterranean utopia. They drink copper-rich water that extends their lives indefinitely. They've mastered anti-gravity, their ships zipping through tunnels we've barely scratched the surface of. Their minds, beyond anything we can grasp, telepathy, psychic manipulation, maybe even interdimensional sight. Ancient myths call them wise, peaceful, maybe even our silent benefactors. Rurik, his master, and Admiral Byrd's mysterious leader both warned us about war, nudging us toward harmony like cosmic parents, keeping their reckless kids in check. But what if they're not so benevolent? What if they're not interested in saving us, but rather in keeping us contained? A clash between us and them could be catastrophic. Imagine humanity's greatest weapons, nukes, hypersonic missiles, AI-driven arsenals, going up against technology so advanced it makes our best look like sticks and stones. If we push too hard, if we dig too deep, we might trigger something we can't control. And maybe governments already know. Maybe they've known for decades. Look at the breadcrumbs. Rurik, his mysterious pact, Antarctica's extreme secrecy. Byrd's sudden silence after his alleged South Pole encounter. The pieces fit a pattern, a global cover-up spanning continents, keeping the masses in the dark. Then comes Giza, a discovery that could change everything. If the Great Pyramid hides an entrance, whoever gets there first holds the future in their hands. Imagine unlocking unlimited energy, rewriting human history with knowledge older than our recorded civilizations. But what if this isn't a gold mine? It's Pandora's box. What if we crack it open only to unleash something we were never meant to face? Skeptics like Conyers argue that there's one way to settle this: dig. Controlled strategic excavations could confirm or debunk the legends once and for all. But that's the problem. What if the answers are too dangerous? What if the Arthans don't want to be found? Look at the global landscape. The world's most powerful nations have been obsessed with Agartha for centuries. Secret expeditions, bizarre restrictions, locations like Mount Kailash and Antarctica completely off limits. There's a reason. Maybe Agartha isn't an entire kingdom, but a network, an ancient underground system connecting places we barely understand. Giza might not be the capital of a lost world, but it could be a gateway. And if that's true, then humanity is standing on the edge of something bigger than we've ever faced. We might not be alone, we might never have been. And that's both exhilarating and terrifying. The Giza team's next steps could expose the truth or bury it deeper than ever. If Agartha exists, the question isn't just about who finds it, it's about what happens next. Are the Arthans watching, waiting for us to make the right move, or are they preparing for the moment we make the wrong one? Either way, the stakes couldn't be higher. Peace, power, or peril, our future may hinge on what's hidden beneath the sands of Giza. So, what's the verdict? The Giza find, shafts, chambers, a vast city, echoes Agartha's legends too much to shrug off. World powers hunted this place forever. From Rurik's Himalayan hikes to Byrd's Antarctic shock, staking lives and cash on it. The pyramids might not just be tombs, they could be signposts hiding away into a world we've only dreamed of. Sure, science says the Earth's solid, radar's got limits, and those diaries might be bunk. But when every culture spins the same yarn and governments get cagey around the same places, you've got to raise an eyebrow. Mount Kailash, Antarctica, Giza, all on ley lines, all locked tight. Too many dots connect. What's your take? Myth, plot, or the ultimate secret? Let's keep sniffing out the truth together.